Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to be doing another game from the Boston Celtics and Larry Bird career replay from 1979-80 season, Larry Bird's rookie season. This is game number 18 on the season. It's going to be a game between the Indiana Pacers and the Boston Celtics here at Boston Garden. Celtics are currently 10-7. Celtics are currently 10-7 on the season, with a in actuality they were 13-4 in the season, so we're 3 games behind that, but we're getting a little bit closer to that as we're learning the game and everything, and all the little nuances and everything, and trying to play it a little bit more accurately and just better understanding it. Miss Mags is here in the background, off camera. She's wanting to be the host again. Mags, come up on the seat here. You don't have to be on camera for this one. Daddy's not on camera either. Anyway, yeah, she is. She just wants you to be on the mic now. Aren't you a good girl? Anyway, in the last game, the Celtics lost to the Indiana Pacers in their first meeting of the season. I believe it was in Indiana. So the Celtics will hope to right that record. And as you can see, the Indiana Pacers here are 2-0. I did play another game against the Detroit Pistons, which they won, not against the Celtics. So anyway, so the starting lineup for the visiting Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers came into this game 9-12 on the season. So James Edwards will start at center. Mickey Johnson is the power forward. Alex English is the small forward. Dudley Bradley will start at shooting guard, and Johnny Davis is the point guard. For the hometown Boston Celtics, pretty standard lineup here. Dave Cowens at center, Cedric Maxwell at power forward, Mr. Larry the Legend Bird, the rookie, at small forward. Chris Ford is the shooting guard. I had a debate whether to start Chris Ford or ML Carr, as they had similar stats in the game. But I went with Chris Ford because he had the most minutes on average. And I believe he did start most of the games. And Tiny Archibald is the point guard. Nate Tiny Archibald. As Miss Mags is wanting to purr into the mic here. You be a good girl now, Mike. Yeah. Mags. So, alright. So, we've been playing a lot of other games. I haven't played this game in a little while. We do plan on starting another RPG series, which we've been practicing a lot. Might and Magic 2, which we might start a series on that. I'm not sure if we're going to go with that or Might and Magic 3, which has a little bit better graphics, but I think we might start with 2 and see how that goes. And as I have not played, but we're trying to learn the game so we can be ready when we play it. We might do a recording of that later today, possibly. Although we are getting behind a little bit on some of our series, as we've been busy working, busy with life. So we'll try to get back and play some games. But anyway, this is a game on Saturday, April 21st of 2018. Spring is finally starting to get here towards New England. It's been slow. A little bit warmer out today in the 40s. So we'll see if we can get up to, supposed to be in the 50s and possibly even in the 60s later during the week. So we're hoping for that, praying for that. So alright, so here is the jump ball. Jump ball will be won by the Celtics. And it's going to go to Chris Ford. So Chris Ford will start the possession for the Celtics. And he will pass it, let's see. Nobody is open right now. Let's see. Can't get it to Cowens. Can't get it to Maxwell. Miss Mags is trying to get on the keyboard here, Mags. Alright. Oh, there we go. Miss Mags hits the pass key. Good job, Mags. It's going to be over to Mr. Larry Bird. Mr. Larry Bird will put up a shot. Desperation 2-pointer. And that will be off the mark. So it'll be out of bounds. Jump ball. Celtics will win the jump ball. It's going to be over to Bird. Bird will put up another shot. And this time his jumper will be good. So Mr. Larry Bird gets the first basket for the Celtics. And they go on top 2-0. Indiana will push up the ball. We'll get it over to the point guard, Davis. And Davis' shot will not fall. Bird will come down with the rebound now. He'll get it over on the fast break to Cowens. And Cowens will give a great feed. Of course, every time I go to record, the ambulances decide and the sirens start to go outside the office here. Anyway, let's see here. It's going to go over to Larry Bird, who puts it up and in. So Bird already with 4 points on the game, off to a good start. Cowens with the assist, and the Celtics lead at 4-0. Indiana pushes it up. And they'll get it over to Mickey Johnson. Mickey Johnson will put up a shot. And his shot will be good, and he'll draw the foul, so a chance for a three-point play for Johnson. Let's see here. And that is going to be a foul on Maxwell. His first team foul. No assists on the play. So Johnson will go to the line and shoot two. He's an 80% free throw shooter. And that's going to be off the mark. As Bird comes down with the rebound, so he does not come up with the three-point play. Bird has it. And he will pass it. Oh, it's going to be stolen, though, by Johnny Davis. Celtics get back quickly. They'll get it over to Edwards. And Edwards will shoot a two. Oh, actually, no. Can't get it to him. Can't get it to Bradley. And it's going to be stolen by Tiny Archibald. And that is going to go over to... Nope. Indiana gets back quickly. Celtics will turn it over, though. Bird turns it over this time. So it'll be Indiana ball. Celtics up 4-2. We'll get it over to Alex English. Alex English, I believe, had a big game against the Celtics last time. In 2 games so far this season that we've played with him, he's averaging 12.5 points a game. And this was a cool stat that I just found out with hockey recently in the last month or so. But works the same way with the basketball. You can find out their averages through the season. This is really, really cool with the Celtics, so we'll just go over those briefly. Can't see all of them here, but Cowens is averaging 32.4 minutes a game, 13.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 43% field goal shooter, and 81% from the free throw line. Maxwell averaging 33 minutes a game, 17.6 points, 17 games, 33.1 minutes a game, 17.6 points, 9.8 rebounds, so averaging almost a double-double, 1.9 assists per game. Field goal percentage is 58%. No three-point percentage, 76% from the free throw line. And here we go. Mr. Larry Bird, who we're doing the replay on, averaging 35.2 minutes a game, 19.2 points a game, 8.4 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 43% from the field goals, 55% from the three-point field goals, and 91% from the free throw line. So having a fine rookie season. Chris Ford's averaging playing 17 games, averaging 28.4 minutes, 11.2 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2.1 assists, shooting 50% from the floor, 40% from the three-point line and further, and 74% from the free throw line. And finally, Nate Tardy Archibald, 36 minutes, 17 games, averaging 36.4 minutes a game, 14 points, 2.7 rebounds, 8.9 assists, 48% from the floor, 33% from the three-point line. Has not attempted that many of them. And 84% from the free throw line. So pretty cool. We'll try to keep track of those stats a little bit more and mention those at the beginning of the game. So, alright, so the pass is going to go to Alex English. Alex English will put up a shot. And HRF is 5, so that's going to make it 100. So that will be a miss. Would have been defended by Maxwell. I would just say it was defended by Maxwell, forcing that miss. I kind of like going with the actual hard stats rather than the HRFs, if I get a chance to. All right, so it's going to be a rebound. Is going to be taken by. No, it's not by Ford, so it's going to be by Mr. Larry Bird. Bird very active in the game so far, which is a good sign if you're a Boston fan or a Larry Bird fan. So it's Larry Bird's gonna get the pass, and he will put up a 3, and that will be good. So Larry Bird with the 3-pointer puts the Celtics up 7-2. No rebounds. Indiana will push it up now, down by 5. We'll get it over to Mickey Johnson. Mickey Johnson will shoot a 2. And his shot will not fall. Bird will come down with the, let's see, defensive power 427. Yep. Bird will come down with the rebound. And he'll pass it over to Cowens. Cowens with the ball. And his jumper will not fall. And the home HRF is only 3. HRF is only 3, so it's not going to be a good shot. It'll be a miss. Alex English with the rebound. He'll get it over to Davis on the fast break. And he'll put it up. And Bird will force the miss. So Bird very active offensively and defensively as he comes down with the rebound also. And he'll pass it over to Cowens.
Nice pass inside.
Cowens with another nice feed into Bird. Bird now with 9 points already on the game and 5 rebounds. So very active in the first 3 minutes of the game. Cowens with another assist, his second. Celtics up 9-2 now. Celtics trying to build that momentum. We'll get it over to James Edwards. Edwards will put it up. And his shot will be... Oh, it's going to be off the mark because of the momentum. That'll be a miss. Alex English will come down the offensive board. He'll put it back up. And his shot will be good. And we'll be right back after some substitutions. All right, Mike Banton will come in at shooting guard for the Pacers. And ML Carr will replace Chris Ford for the Celtics. So ML Carr, these are his stats. Averaging 21 minutes off the bench in 17 games, 11.3 points per game. So very similar stats to Chris Ford. 2.9 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 49% from the floor, 11% from the three-point line, 84% from the free throw line. So very good from the free throw line. All right, so Celtics inbound it up by 5. And we'll get it over to Nate Tardy Archibald. He'll put up a shot. And his jumper will be good. No assists on the play as Indiana inbounds it. Down by 7 now. And they'll push it over to Johnny Davis. Davis will put up a shot. And that shot will miss. And Cowens will come down with the board. His first rebound of the game. Indiana gets back. And they'll get it over to Bird, who gets open. Bird will put up another 3. And he nails his second 3 of the game. So Bird already with 12 points, 2 3-pointers. And the Celtics with a commanding 14-4 lead. Indiana will take a timeout. So the Celtics up by 10 now, 14-4 early on here in the first quarter. Less than 4 minutes gone by in the game. Celtics fans are on their feet with the early display of offense, especially by their rookie star, Larry Bird. Indiana pushes it up after the timeout. And they'll get it over to Bantam. Bantam will give a great feed over to Edwards. Edwards puts it up and in. Assist goes to Bantam. 14-6 now, so Celtics push it up. And they'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell will turn it over, though. So Maxwell, his first turnover of the game. Indiana ball. Over to English. English with a great feed. Nice pass over to Edwards, who puts it up and in. Edwards now with 4 points. English with his first assist of the game, and it's now a 14-8 game. So what they talked about at the timeout seems to have worked so far. And I'll get it over to Carr, his first handling of the ball in the game. And HRF is greater than 2, so that will be a good basket. So Carr gets the basket. Bird with the assist, his first of the game. Celtics doubling up on the Pacers. 8-16-8. That's my birthday, 8-16, so good score there. Indiana gets it. Pushes up the ball, down by 8. Over to Edwards. And that's going to be a turnover. So a travel by Edwards, and it'll be Celtics ball. And that was the travel call there, the police siren. Alright. And they'll get it over to Maxwell. No, actually Maxwell cannot get open. And they'll finally get it over to Bird. Bird's going to put up another 3. He's 2 for 2 so far. This one's a miss, though. And Alex English with the rebound. He'll pass it over to Edwards. Edwards with the shot. And great defense by Cowens forces the miss. Bird with the rebound. His 6th of the game. So Indiana gets back quickly. Celtics set it up. You get it over to Cowens. And Edwards is going to be called his first foul of the game. First Indiana foul. So Celtics will inbound it. Over to Archibald. Archibald puts up a 2. And his jumper is no good, but he will draw the foul. Actually, no, he won't, because that's only a 3-pointer. So that's a miss by Archibald. Edwards with the rebound for Indiana. Fast break pass over to Davis. Puts it up. And that is going to be, ooh, Let's see here. So they do get it off this right here. So it's a shot. It's going to be good because of the momentum. However, it's going to be a forced miss by Archibald. I believe that's how you read that one. Whatever's the latest down here negates any of this stuff. And there's no doubling, so but Archibald forces that miss. And Bird with another rebound. He's on the fast break. Shoots another three. And this one's good, so he's 3 for 4 on the 3-point line. So 3 3-pointers already for Bird, and he has 15 points on the game already. Indiana's got to think about double teaming Bird or doing something. As Archibald gets himself a rebound. I think that's what they're going to try. They're going to try to inbound it next time the Celtics, double team Bird. Next time he gets the ball. Next time the Celtics have possession. Indiana down by 11 now. Even though they have the momentum. And they'll get it over to Edwards. Edwards will put it up. Great defense by Collins, forces the miss. And no, can't double team him yet. And Miss Maggs is saying, yeah, that the Celtics are playing well, huh? Aren't they? You want a little loving here? Okay. Come back on the back of the chair here. Oh, she's going to get on the mic again. Oh, yeah, she's got a lot to say. She said the Celtics are really performing well. They're running the court really well. That's what she says. All right. So, Tarney Archibald on the rebound. And now we're going to go double team on Bird. So, we're going to double team Bird. See if we can cut down some of his offense there. Celtics have it. They'll pass it over to Archibald. And Archibald's going to shoot a 3-pointer. And Archibald gets a 3-pointer. So if Bird can't do it, Archibald will. No assist on the play for Carr. So the Celtics have a 22-8 lead now. And that's going to be... All right, we'll be right back. Have some substitutions here. All right, so Billy Knight checks in at small forward for Alex English. Clement Johnson at center. For the Celtics, Chris Ford checks in, back in, and Rick Roby at center for Dave Cowens. And that assist was for Emil Carr, so it does not go to Chris Ford. So Indiana inbounds it, down by 14 now, and they're going to continue to they'll double team Bird when you get the ball back. And they get it to John. No, they don't get it to Johnson right away. He's being guarded by Roby. You get it over to Billy Knight, though, fresh in the game. And Knight will put up a 2. And great defense by Bird again. He's everywhere. Has the ball now. We go back to double teaming Bird. And I'll pass it over to Roby. Roby will turn it over, though. So it'll be Indiana ball, down by 14, 22-8. Just past the midway point of the first quarter. And let's see. Can't get anybody open, and the Pacers can't. Finally, Johnny Davis becomes open. And he'll put up a 2. And that won't go. Bird rebound just out of his reach. Mickey Johnson will come down with the board. He'll push it up, and he's 1 for 2 from the floor so far. And that shot will be good, and he'll draw the foul. So a chance for a 3-point play. And that's going to be on Rick Roby, fresh in the game. So Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 so far. See if he can get this 3-point play. Oh, and this time it barely falls in. Comes in and out, but manages to go back down into the cylinder. So a 3-point play, and the Celtics with a 22-11 lead now. Celtics will push it up. And they'll get it over to Ford. Ford will shoot a 2. And his shot will not fall. Billy Knight with the board. He'll pass it over to... nobody can get open. Finally, Clement Johnson gets open. Puts up a shot. And his reverse layup won't go, but he'll draw the foul.
Draws the foul.
So it's going to be a... defender high, yeah. So it's going to be on Roby. So Johnson will go to the line and shoot 2. 63% free throw shooter. First shot does not fall. Second shot is good, so 1 for 2 for Johnson. Celtics with a 10-point lead now in the ball. And Roby will come out with 2 personals. So Collins checks back in after a short break. As Roby picks up 2 quick fouls. Celtics inbound it. And they'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell's been relatively quiet so far. Puts up a shot. Won't go. Johnson with the rebound. They'll pass it over to Bantam. And Bantam will turn it over. And the Celtics ball. 4 minutes left in the first quarter with the Celtics up by 10. And almost stolen by Johnson. Not quite though. And Cowan's back in the game. Will put up a shot. And that's going to be blocked by Johnson. And Maxwell will come down with the rebound for the Celtics. And he's going to be fouled by Bantam. So Celtics will inbound it. A second team foul for the Pacers. Celtics try to get into Bird. He can't get it into him. But they'll get it into Tiny Archibald. He'll put up a shot. And his jumper is no good. Mickey Johnson with the board. Get 2 Johnsons in for the Clement and Mickey Johnson in for the Pacers now. And they'll inbound it. Over to Mickey Johnson. Mickey Johnson will put up a shot. And that's going to be blocked by Maxwell. Bird with the board. His 9th. Bird with almost a double-double, and we're not even out of the first quarter. Having a tremendous game so far. Celtics will pass it over to Cowens.
He goes straight to the glass.
And ooh, that's in and out, but it goes back down in.
He buries that shot.
So assist goes to Archibald on that one, and we'll be right back after these substitutions. All right, a bunch of substitutions by both teams. Trying to give some of their starters a rest as we near the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Indiana being doubled up by the Celtics, 24-12. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. We get over to the Joe Hassett, just fresh in the game. And he'll put up a 2. And that is going to be a miss. And I just noticed we have cracked the 50-degree mark, which is quite the accomplishment for this April, as the weather has been horrible. Nice sunny day outside there today. I'll have to get out and get Mr. Brody his walk pretty soon after this game. So it'll be a defensive out of bounds against Indiana, so it'll be a Celtics ball. And it'll be open yet. Finally, Gerald Henderson, fresh in the game at point guard, gets the ball. And he's going to give a great feed. Nice pass over to ML Carr. Now at small forward. Judkins at power forward. And that shot will be good. So Celtics 26-12 now. Indiana inbounds it. And they'll get it over to Clement Johnson. And his shot, ooh, it'll be a miss forced by Cowens. And that's going to be out of bounds. Celtics ball. So Edwards almost with the steal for Indiana. Judkins able to fight him off. And he's going to shoot a 3-pointer. And his 3-pointer is good. So the Celtics, amazing from 3-point land. I think they've only had one miss in like 6 shots, I think. 5 or 6 shots. I think 6 now. 6 shots now. I think Bird's had is 3 for 4. Tiny Archibald was 1 for 1. And now Judkins with a 3-pointer. Cowens with the assist. And the Celtics are shooting extremely well from 3-point land. From beyond the arc. 29-12 now. 2 minutes left in the quarter. And that's going to be another steal by Carr on the pass. Fast break to Ford. Ford puts it up. And that shot, ooh, it's going to be blocked though by Clement Johnson with a great block. And he'll come down with the board. He'll pass it over to Bradley. And that's going to go over to Bradley, who put up a shot. And his jumper will be off the mark, but he'll draw the foul.
Draws the foul.
Let's see here. That's going to go against Gerald Henderson, his first. 4th team foul. He's in the act of shooting anyway, so he'll go to the line. Shoot 2. And Bradley's a 78% free throw shooter. And his first one is good. So Bradley with his first point of the game. It's up to second. So he nails both of them. 29-14 Celtics now. Alright, Celtics inbound it. And it looks like Bradley just got 2 free throws. Is going to be called for the foul. Interesting. That's kind of interesting in that green area there, that what showed up there. Never saw that before. And Celtics will inbound as Indiana had one to give. So Celtics will be in the bonus from now on, the rest of the quarter. And that is going to be a foul by Clement Johnson now. So now in the penalty, as Henderson will go to the line to shoot 69% free throw shooter. And first shot will be good. And gets the second one, so 2 for 2 from the line. Celtics now with a 17-point lead. Indiana inbounds it as we near the final minute of the first quarter. And they'll get it over to Judkins. Actually, sorry, to Edwards. Edwards will put up a shot.
Steps into a jumper.
And his shot will be off the mark. Indiana will come down with the rebound. Edwards with it. And we haven't had any of these yet, but actually we still don't have any. Haven't had any foul twos yet. And Edwards will shoot a 2.
Steps into a jumper.
And his jumper will be no good. Collins with, no, power forward. Defensive center. Yep, Collins will come down with the board. And he'll pass it over to, so like he's going to be fouled, Carr is going to be fouled by Edwards. So Carr would go to the line and shoot 2. 74% free throw shooter. Makes the first one. And gets both of them. And Edwards will come and sit down after he's picked up his second personal. Mickey Johnson checks back in for the Pacers. Indiana inbounds it. And I'll get it over to Bradley. Bradley with a great feed into Clement Johnson. Clement Johnson now with 3 points on the game. Bradley with his first assist. Celtics push it up, going for the last shot here. And they'll give it over to Carr. Carr will put it up. Great defense by Knight, denies it. Rebound though by Henderson. Can he put it up before the buzzer? He does, and it's good. Gerald Henderson with 4 points right before the buzzer. And that'll do it. So the Celtics with a commanding 35-16 lead, 19-point lead at the end of the first quarter. So Indiana's going to have to try to regroup here. But the Celtics at the end of the actual first quarter. Let's check this out here. We can find the... Here it is. Celtics had a 29-27 lead, so definitely a much better game than they had, and they did win this one by a score of 118-103. So Celtics well in control here. See if they can keep it up in the second quarter. So we'll be right back with the start of the second quarter. Alrighty, the Boston Celtics led by Larry Bird. We'll start the second quarter. We'll be right back though. I forgot to make substitutions. Alrighty, there we are. So we'll start the second quarter here. Indiana will inbound the ball. And they'll get it over to... Looks like nobody can get open. Yeah, they'll get it over to James Edwards. Edwards with 4 points on the game. Puts up a shot. And that is going to be... good. So Edwards now with 6 points. Bradley with the assist. Celtics will push it up. Their first possession of the second quarter. And they'll get it over to Ford. Ford with a great assist pass. Over to Bird. Bird puts it up and in. So Bird now with 17 points. Just one rebound away from a double-double. As Ford gets his first assist of the game. Pacers inbounded over to Johnson. Johnson will put it up. And that won't go. He does get his own rebound. Puts it back up. And this time his shot is good. So Celtics will inbound it. And it's going to be stolen by Bradley. Fast break pass over to Davis. Davis will put it up. And his jumper will be good as Archibald almost gets a piece of it, but not quite. So Davis with his first basket of the game. And no rebounds on the game, no assists on the play. So Indiana will double team Bird once again as the Celtics inbound it. They'll get it over to Roby. Cowan's on the bench with early foul trouble. And that is going to be shot by, let's make sure here. Yep, shot by Roby. And that shot will not go. Bantam with the rebound for the Pacers. We'll pass it over to Edwards. Edwards puts up a shot. And his shot will be good. Assist going to Mickey Johnson. So 37-24 now, Celtics lead. And they'll get it over to Bird. Bird will put up, despite being double teamed, he'll put up a shot. And Bird's shot will be good. So Bird now leads all scorers with 19 points. So Indiana inbounds it. We'll give it over to Mickey Johnson. Johnson will put up a shot. As you can tell, it's a nice day. Motorcycles are outside riding. Which is a good sign. So Mickey Johnson with the offensive board puts it back up.
He goes straight to the glass.
And that shot will be good by the momentum there. So 39-26 Celtics. And that's going to be a steal by Bradley. Celtics get back quickly. Indiana will set it up. And they'll get it over to Edwards. Edwards with the shot. And that will be a miss, but he will draw the foul.
Draws the foul.
And let's see here. So center is 68. No, so the high after that is going to be, give it to Maxwell. No, we'll give it to Bird. Actually, he doesn't have any, so Bird will be called for the foul. So Edwards will go to the line and shoot two. 68% free throw shooter. 0 for 1 so far. Well, actually, I think this might be the one right here. So that is a miss. Yes, that was it right there. Second shot. Also a miss. So Edwards misses them both. But Bantam will come down with the offensive board. And he will pass it over to Johnson, Mickey Johnson. Johnson puts it up. And great defense by Maxwell. Forces the miss. Come down with the board. Fast break pass over to Archibald. Archibald puts it up. And his jumper will be good, and he will draw the foul. A chance for a three-point play for Archibald. Archibald with his 83% free throw shooter. Try to make the three-point play. Let's see where the foul is on. Let's see. Guard 48, defensive high. It's going to be on. We're going to go with Edwards on that one. Oh, defender here. Hold on. Yeah, we'll give it to Edwards. And Chris Ford will get the assist. So a chance for Archibald to complete the three-point play. And it's good. So the Celtics 42-26, up to a 16-point lead again. And Edwards will come out. 3 fouls. So Clement, Johnson, and Alex English check back in for the Pacers. After the three-point play by Archibald. Dudley Bradley will get it now. Puts up a shot, and HRF is 5, so it's going to be a miss. Mickey Johnson with the offensive board, puts it back up. And his shot will be good. He just made substitutions, so you don't need to do that. So Celtics inbound it. Get it over to Bird. Bird will put it back up. And that is going to be a miss. Roby with the offensive board, though. Puts it back up. And reverse layup will not go. Loose ball foul. It's going to be on Chris Ford. I'm just wondering if I should have gone maybe Bradley or defender high, whichever one was higher, I think. Maybe I should have. Yeah, if you know which one I should have gone with there, if I should have gone with Bradley because he had a higher one, because maybe that's what the high means there, 35-31. So if I did, I apologize on that one. But let me know in the comments. As we're still learning that foul thing. Don't quite have it down yet. I know we've been playing a while, but still don't have it quite down yet. As we're not a huge basketball fan, but we do like to watch the game. More of a baseball fan. Alright, so let's see here. So it goes over to Johnson. And Johnson, we finally get, 13 out of 31. So that is going to be a shot by Clement Johnson. And that shot will be no good, but he will draw the foul.
Draws the foul.
Ford. 60, no. Fender high. So it's going to be on Roby. So Roby picks up his third, so he'll have a seat. Alright, we're back after some substitutions here. So Clement Johnson will go to the line and shoot 2. 1 for 2 so far. First shot is good. Second shot also good, so he nails both of them. 12-point lead for the Celtics, 42-30. Celtics inbound it at the 8:24 mark. They'll push it up to Chaney, just fresh in the game. Cheney will put up a shot.
The jumper on the baseline.
And his shot will not fall. Bantam with the defensive board for the Pacers. We'll pass it over to Bradley. Bradley with a great feed. Into Bantam, who puts it up and in. Bantam with his first points of the game. Bradley his third assist. Bird is now at power forward. So if we can get that 10th rebound soon, get the double-double over with. So pass is going to be into Bird. Bird will shoot a 2. And his jumper is good, and he'll draw the foul. So a chance for a 3-point play by Bird. However, defense 80, so it's going to be an offensive flagrant, so we'll wipe the basket off. So Bird to call for flagrant foul there. Not happy with the call. So Bird with his second personal foul. So Pacers will inbound it. Down by 10 now. Get it over to Bantam. Bantam will turn it over though. And we're going to go back with a double team to Bird. So the Celtics will inbound it. And they get over to Bird anyway, despite being double teamed. Shoots a 2. And it'll be good. So Bird fights through the double team and gets another basket. 21 points to lead all scorers. Did have 30 points on the actual game to lead all scorers, so on a pace to score possibly as much as 50. We'll see. We'll see if he can keep it up. Victory is the most important thing, though. So the Pacers inbound it. Yes, the Mags agree with victory by the team is more important than individual stats. And I'll get it over to Alex English. Alex English will give a great pass over to Hassett just in the game. Hassett puts it up and in for his first points of the game. Alex English for his second assist. And Miss Mags is on the front of the keyboard, so I can't see right now. Come on, Miss Mags. And let's see here. Pass is going to be to Carr. Carr will put it up. No steal on the play. And Carr's shot is good. So Carr now with 8 points off the bench. So ML Carr continues to produce off the bench for the Celtics. And Bird's going to get his second assist. So 46-34 lead for the Celtics. These motorcycles continue to roar. And I'll get it over to Alex English. And he's going to be fouled, though, by Carr. His first personal. Fourth team foul, so the Celtics will be in the penalty from now rest of the way. So they get it out to English. English puts up a shot. And that shot will go because of the momentum. So 10-point Celtics lead again. And Celtics inbound it over to Cheney.
The drive to the basket.
And his shot will be off the mark. Rebounded by Clement Johnson. Celtics just get back, so Indiana slows it down and will set up. And Indiana having trouble getting it in. Finally, it's going to be stolen by Cowens. Fast break pass over to Cheney. Puts it up. And in. So Cheney with his first points off the fast break. Number 35. So that will be a No assists on the play. You can't get your own assist on your own basket. So halfway through the second quarter, Celtics with a 12-point lead. And the ball. Indiana ball. We'll give it over to Bantam. And Bantam will put up a shot.
He goes straight to the glass.
And that's going to be blocked by Bird. Collins with the rebound. And he'll pass it over to Chaney. Chaney puts it up. Almost a steal by Bradley, but not quite. And his jumper will be blocked by Clement Johnson. And he comes down with the no, he doesn't come down with the board. Bird comes up with it. He'll get it over to Carr. Carr will put it up. And Bradley almost gets a piece of it, but not quite, as Carr gets the basket. And we'll be right back after these substitutions. Alright, we're back. The Celtics are all their starters in. Indiana with some substitutions also. Indiana with the ball, down by 14. And it's going to be stolen by Archibald. Indiana gets back quickly, so Celtics will set it up. Can't switch to double team here. Nope. Celtics get it over to Cowens. Cowens with the shot. And that will be a miss forced by Clement Johnson. English with the rebound. His fourth of the game. Fast break pass over to Knight. Knight puts it up. And his jumper will be good. Credit the assist to Bantam. His second of the game. Go back to double teaming Bird as they inbound it. We'll get it over to Archibald. Archibald puts it up. And that shot will be good by Archibald. So Archibald with double-digit points on the game, with 10 now. Assist goes to Ford, his third. Celtics lead 52-38 as Indiana pushes it up. 5 minutes left in the first half. Pacers get it over to English. English not really involved that much in the game after he had a big first game against the Celtics. And he will turn it over. So it'll be Celtics ball. And they'll give it over to Bird despite being double teamed. And Bird is going to get fouled. And it's going to be a foul on English, his first personal. Second team foul. And he was in the act of shooting, so he'll go to the line and shoot two. Bird, 84% free throw shooter, his first free throws of the game. First one's good. Second one, nothing but net. So Bird now with 23 points to lead all scorers. Pacers inbound it. They'll get it over to Davis. And Davis with a great feed. Into Knight. Puts it up and in. Knight now with 4 points. Davis with his first assist. Celtics with it. Get it over to Tiny Archibald. But he will turn it over. Throws the pass away. Indiana inbounds it. Tries to inbound it. Can't get anybody open. Finally get over to Clement Johnson. That is going to be a turnover. Forced by the Celtics. It's going to be Celtics ball. And they'll give it over to Archibald. Archibald will put it up.
The jumper on the baseline.
And his shot will be off the mark. English with the rebound. Pass it over to Davis. Davis puts it up. And great defense by Archibald, forces the miss. Clement Johnson with the rebound. Puts it up. And his shot will be good. Johnson now with 7 points. Celtics with a 12-point lead. And they'll get over to Bird despite being double-teamed. Gotta be sure to watch this red box down here. Any double-team stuff on it. And Bird puts it up. And that shot will be good. So 3 minutes left until halftime. We'll be right back after these substitutions. All right, and we're back. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Pacer ball. And Davis will turn it over. Celtics with the ball. And that's going to be stolen by Davis. Celtics get back. Indiana will set it up. Give it over to Mickey Johnson. Puts it up. And great defense by Maxwell. And a loose ball foul here. Let's see who that's on. Guard 54. No. Or defensive high. So let's see here. So guard 54. Check defense first. That's against the Celtics. That does not meet the criteria there. So that means it's going to meet the criteria of Billy Knight. That's what it says. So personal foul on Knight is first. Celtics inbound it. Pass is going to be over to Archibald. Archibald will put it up. And just misses. Clement Johnson with the rebound. His fourth of the game. Indiana will set it up. Can't get anybody open. I'll give it over to Davis, who'll throw up a shot.
The drive to the basket.
And that won't be off the mark. Cowens comes down with the board. Cowens out with 4 rebounds. He'll pass it over to Archibald. Puts it up. Oh, and that's in and out. Oh, can't get it to fall. However, Maxwell comes down with the board. Puts it up. And Maxwell with his first basket finally. Less than 2 minutes left in the half. So Maxwell off to a slow start today. Does get a basket here though. Indiana will inbound it. Give it over to English. English fairly quiet game today too with only 4 points. Does give a great feed though. Into Davis. Puts it up and in. English with his third assist. Celtics will inbound it. Bird being double teamed. Does get the ball anyway, though. Puts it up.
He goes straight to the glass.
And Bird, is a machine, gets the basket. It's up to 27 points. Collins with the assist, his fourth. So 1 minute left in the quarter, in the half. The Celtics up by 16 now. Smag's very pleased with the Celtics' performance. It's going to be into Billy Knight. Knight will put it up. And that won't go. Bird with the board. So, I didn't notice. Bird has a double-double. 27 points, 10 rebounds, now 11 rebounds. So Bird does get the double-double in the first half. And he'll pass it over to, it'll be, is that 11? Yep, over to Cowens. Cowens will shoot the two. And that will be off the mark. Mickey Johnson with the board. His 7th rebound. So Johnson nearing a double-double too. And come around and he'll get the ball. And he'll be fouled. Let's see here. So forward 72, no. Oh, defensive high, so it's going to be defender high. So it's going to be Maxwell. His second personal foul. He's in the act, and Celtics are in the penalty now. So Mickey Johnson will go to the line, 1 for 2 so far from the charity stripe. Makes the first one. And, we'll miss the first one. Can't get it to fall. But Davis will come down with the offensive board and put it back up. Cannot get it to fall. Does get his own rebound, though. Puts it back up. And this time, it will fall. Celtics ball. Up by 13 now. Archibald will put up a shot.
The jumper on the baseline.
Will not go. Clement Johnson with the board for Indiana. They'll set it up. Going for the last shot here. I'll give it over to Mickey Johnson. He'll put up a shot. And his shot is good. And he will draw the foul. A chance for a 3-point play for Johnson. Johnson up to 14 points. However, though, defense 55. Nope. So that's going to be an offensive flagrant, though. So they're going to call Mickey Johnson, so they'll wipe the basket off the board. So Johnson was not happy about that one. Gets called for the flagrant foul. So it'll be Celtics ball. Celtics with a chance to get the last shot here. Give it over to Archibald. Archibald will put it up. That shot won't go. Chris Ford, though, with the offensive board. And that will be the end of the quarter. He cannot get a shot up. So at halftime, it's the Celtics with a 60-47 lead. So Indiana closed the gap a little bit in the quarter. The actual score was 54-50 Celtics at halftime. Alright, so let's check the stats at halftime. So Bird leads all scorers with 27 points. Has a double-double going with, he's 11 for 14 from the floor. 3 for 4 from three-point land. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. There's 11 rebounds, total rebounds, 1 offensive and 10 defensive. Turned the ball over twice. Has 1 block, 2 personal fouls, and 2 assists. Thought he had a steal there for some reason, but I guess he doesn't. So Bird and Tony Archibald with 10 points for the Celtics, and ML Carr with 10 points off the bench. So for the Pacers, Mickey Johnson leads with 12 points. James Edwards has 8 points. So from the floor, the Celtics are shooting 51%, 24 for 47. Indiana, 43%, 20 for 46. Indiana has not attempted a three-point shot. Celtics are 5 for 6, 83% from beyond the arc. Celtics perfect from the free throw line, 7 for 7. Indiana only 58%, 7 for 12. And the Celtics, actually the Pacers are out-rebounding the Celtics 24-22. So that's it. So we'll be right back with the start of the second half, with the Celtics up by 13. Alrighty, here we are at the start of the third quarter, second half. Pacers will inbound it, down by 13. It's going to be inbounded to Bradley. Bradley will put up a shot, and that will be no good. That'll be a miss. It's going to be an out-of-bounds jump, a jump ball. So it gets tied up on the floor. Indiana wins the jump ball. Gets it over to English. And English is going to be fouled on the play. And it's going to be on Larry Bird, his third personal. So English will go to the line and shoot 2. English is just 1% free throw shooter. Makes the first one. And gets both of them. So Indiana with the first bucket of the second half. Celtics inbound it. Almost stolen by English, but not quite. As they get it to Bird.
He goes straight to the glass.
And Bird puts up a 2, and that'll be good. So Larry Bird now with 29 points on the game. Gets his first bucket of the second half. Pacers inbound it. Having trouble getting it to somebody. Finally, Davis gets open. And he's going to get fouled. And let's see here. And it's going to be a foul on Maxwell. So David, he was in the act of shooting. Second team foul for the Celtics. Third personal foul for Maxwell. So Davis will go to the line and shoot 2. 86% free throw shooter. Makes the first one easily. And misses the second one, though. Rare miss for Davis. As Archibald comes down with the board. I'm going to go back to double teaming Bird. And they'll pass it over to Cowens. Cowens will put up a shot. And his reverse layup is good. So Cowens now with 4 points. Celtics with a 14-point lead. They'll get it over to Johnson. And Johnson's going to get fouled. So Celtics playing a lot more aggressively to start the second half. And that's going to be a foul on Maxwell, his fourth. So Maxwell will have to go to the bench as he's picked up his 4th personal. Mickey Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. So Larry Bird will move over to power forward, and ML Carr will come in at small forward. So the Pacers get it in. Get it over to Mickey Johnson. And he'll put up a shot, and he'll be fouled by Bird. So Bird picks up his 4th personal. So the Celtics in foul trouble now with 2 of their big men, Bird and Maxwell. Especially Bird, who's having a great game. So he is going to have to sit it out for a little bit. So Roby will come in at power forward as Bird takes a seat. So a chance for Indiana to get back into this now. And I'll get it over to Bradley. So Celtics already in foul trouble, so Indiana will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter. Still 10 minutes left in the quarter. That shot is going to be off the mark. And we have a loose ball foul possibility here. Hold on here. Indiana missed the shot. So the Celtics are on defense, so we'll check the defense first. So 39, so it is going to be on Carr. So Carr will pick up his 2nd personal. So a choice here will go, I guess they would go with Alex English at 81%. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. Drains the first one. And misses the second one. So Indiana having trouble shooting free throws in this game. As Chris Ford comes down with the board. And he'll pass it over to... Can't get anybody open. Still can't get anybody open. And finally they get it over the Cowens. He's going to have to force up a shot. He'll shoot a 2. And Edwards will force the miss there. As English comes down with the board. And he'll pass it over to... Bradley gets open. Puts up a 2. And his jumper is good. So Indiana pulls to within 11 now. Celtics inbound it. Try to inbound it. And that's going to be stolen by Bradley. Celtics get back. Get it over to Edwards. Edwards shoots a 2. And that won't... Oh, that nice play by Cowens to force the miss. But Davis will come down with the offensive board, and he'll pass it. And that's going to be stolen by Cowens. Fast break. Puts it up. And that's in and out. Carr comes down with the offensive board. And he'll pass it. That's going to be stolen by Davis. Indiana stops and sets it up as the Celtics get back. Get it over to Mickey Johnson. Johnson puts it up. That won't go. He does come down with his own board. Puts it back up. Jumper misses. Roby comes down with the board though. Pass it over. Comes back around to him. And he'll put it up. And his jumper is good as Mickey Johnson almost gets a piece of it, not quite. And we'll be right back after these substitutions. With the Celtics up by 13. Alright, hold on. Alright, forgot to get the assist for Archibald. And now we'll bring Henderson back in the game. There we go. Alright, so Indiana inbounds it, down by 13. Trouble getting it in. Get it over to Edwards. Edwards will turn it over though. Celtics ball. As Bird and Maxwell continue to ride the bench now, both with 4 personal fouls. And Henderson with a great assist pass. Alright, yep. Inside pass over to Roby, who puts it up. Roby with 4 points now. Henderson with his second assist. 15-point Celtic lead. Over to Knight. And Knight's going to shoot a 3. And that won't go. Henderson with the board. And we have a possible injury on Mickey Johnson here. And it looks like Mickey Johnson is going to be out the rest of the game. He's got a 0 rating, and it's a 22, so that means the half, which is the second half now. So he'll be out the rest of the game. So blow for the Pacers. 0. And so Mickey Johnson out the rest of the game. Let's see here. Who are they going to put in now? Power forward. They don't have any other power forwards on paper. Oh, yes, they do. So I'll have to bring in Clement Johnson. He might have to play more minutes than. Alright. Alright, so Celtics ball. I'll get it over to Henderson. Henderson will get a great feed. Over to Roby, who puts it up. Roby now with 6 points. Henderson with his 3rd assist. Celtics with a 17-point lead. I'll get it over to Billy Knight. Knight shoots a 2. And his jumper will be good. Billy Knight now with 6 points. No assist on the play. Celtics 70-55 now. Into Carr. And he'll put it up, and that'll be good. No assist on the play, but Indiana will call a timeout. Down by 17 now. So Indiana throws it in after the timeout. Gets it over to Davis. Davis's jumper is just off the mark. In and out. And ML Carr will come down with the board. We'll pass it over to Cowens. Oh, and it's going to be a turnover. So Cowens throws it away. Indiana ball. Over to Clement Johnson. And his runner is... Oh, Emil Carr almost gets a piece of it, but not quite. And the shot is good. And we'll be right back after these substitutions. Let's assign the assist here first to Billy Knight. His first. Alright, and we're back. Celtics ball. And that's going to be stolen by Clement Johnson. Celtics get back. Indiana sets it up. We get it over to Edwards. Edwards puts it up. And that jumper is going to be good. 72-59 Celtics. Celtics will inbound it. Get it over to Judkins. And that's going to be blocked by Knight. But Roby comes down with the board. Puts it up. And that's going to be blocked by Johnson. So Indiana's playing some defense here. Collins comes back with the board. And they turn a shot clock violation. I haven't seen that one before in this. So Collins turns it over. Indiana ball. Crowd is getting a little quieter here in Boston Garden. His momentum is starting to shift. Guard 7, so it's going to be over to Davis. He puts up a jumper, and that will be good. So Indiana now within 11 as the Celtics call their first timeout. Try to regroup here. Celtics will inbound it. Over to Archibald. Archibald will shoot a 3. And misses this one. He's 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. But that'll go out of bounds off of Indiana, so it'll be Celtics ball. And they'll get it into Collins. Collins will shoot a 2. And his shot will be good. So Collins gets his 6th point of the day. Archibald his 5th assist. Indiana pushes it up, gets it over to point guard Davis. Davis with a nice feed into Clement Johnson, puts it up and in. Just say Johnson now, as the other Johnson is out for the game. So Johnson with double digits with points now with 11. Celtics inbound it, up by 11. And they'll get it into Collins. Collins shoots a 2. And his reverse layup is no good. Loose ball foul here. So offense first. So it's going to be against Judkins. So it's the Celtics' 6th team foul. So Knight will go to the line and shoot 2. Knight, 81% free throw shooter, makes the first one. Makes both of them. So now the single-digit Celtic lead down to 9. Celtics with the ball. Can't get it into anybody. Finally get it over to Archibald. Archibald will turn it over though. So Indiana closing the gap here. Over to Davis. Celtics only missing Bird and Maxwell. And his shot will be no good. Its momentum is -1. But Davis will come down with his own board. Put it back up. Jumper is no good. Knight comes down the offensive board. Puts it back up. And oh, he sharpens 5. So that shot will be good. And he'll draw the foul. So a chance to pull within 6 now. And hold on here. Defense 55, so it's going to be an offensive flagrant though, so a big break for the Celtics. As Knight gets called with a flagrant foul, he's not happy with that. So it remains a 9-point lead in the Celtics ball, so a big turn of events there. As that could have pulled the game within 6. Celtics get it into Carr. Carr will give a great feed into Archibald. That's a 5-point swing there, as that could have been as close as 6. Now it's back to an 11-point lead. As we near the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. As Bird and Maxwell continue to ride the bench, they'll probably be there till the start of the 4th. See if the Celtics can keep it a double-digit lead. Indiana gets it into Knight. Knight puts it up. And that will be a miss. Cowan's just out of Cowan's reach as Clement Johnson comes down with it. And he'll pass it over to Davis. Davis puts up the shot. His jumper's off the mark. And that'll be Celtics ball, but we'll be right back after the substitution. Alright, we're back as the Celtics have it with an 11-point lead. We'll get it into Archibald. Archibald's going to get fouled on the play. Possibly. No, actually they're going to call Archibald with a flagrant foul. His first. Indiana inbounds it. Bantam with it. Bantam gets a great feed into Knight, who puts it up and in. Knight now in double digits. Bantam with his fourth assist. Back to a single-digit lead with 9 now. Celtics inbound it. Try to inbound it. Get it over to Carr. Carr will shoot a 3. And that won't go. Celtics early on shot 3 from beyond the arc really well. Not so much here in the second half. As Knight comes down with the board. And he'll turn it over. He throws it away. Celtics ball. Carr with it. Carr puts up a 2. And that'll be good. Carr now with 14 points off the bench. Another fine performance by Carr. Off the bench. Celtics get it into Bantam. Pacers get it into Bantam. And Bantam with a great feed. Into Edwards. Edwards puts it up and in. Edwards with 12 points. Bantam with his 5th assist. 78-69 Celtics. So near the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. Celtics having trouble getting it in. Finally get it into Carr, but he'll be forced to put one up quickly.
The drive to the basket.
And that will not fall. As Edwards comes down with the rebound. Pushes it up on the fast break to Davis. Davis puts it up. And that's, no block from Archibald. So that shot will be good. So now a 7-point lead. Celtics lead down to 7 now. Celtics inbound it. Over to Roby. And they'll turn it over. So Indiana closing the gap quickly here. He gets it over to Bantam. Bantam will put it up, and that won't go. Roby does come down with the board, though. He'll pass it over to Archibald. Archibald with a great feed. Into Chaney, who puts it up and in. Celtics lead back up to 9. Indiana inbounds it, pushes it up, gets it over to Bantam. And that's going to be a foul on Carr, his 3rd personal. So Bantam will go to the line and shoot 2, 67% free throw shooter. First one good. And he'll make both of them to pull the Pacers back within 7. Celtics will inbound it, playing for the last shot. They'll get it over to Roby. And it'll be stolen, though, by Bradley. Celtics back quickly. As Indiana was pushing it up, they decide to regroup, see if they have enough time to get the shot off, and they do not. But Indiana pulls to within 7 now, as they pretty much have the lead, the Celtics lead, in that quarter. So we'll be back with the start of the fourth and final quarter, as the Celtics are up 80-73. Alrighty, Maxwell and Bird back in for the Celtics. Joe Hassett, Alex English in for and Mike Banham, who's the power forward for the Pacers. Celtics with the ball, up by 7. Start the fourth quarter here. Celtics get it over to Archibald. Archibald with a great feed over to Maxwell. Puts it up and in. Maxwell just his 4th point of the game. Archibald his 7th assist. Archibald nearing a double-double. Celtics lead back up to 9. Joe Hassett just in the game will get the ball, and he'll give a great feed into English, who puts it up and in, just back in the game. English with 9 points now. Hassett with his 1st assist. Celtics will inbound it. Try to inbound it. Good defense by the Pacers. They'll get it over into Ford. Ford with a quick shot. And hesitation. Quick shot there. No good. Maxwell will get the offensive board. He'll put it back up. Oh, just misses it. Archibald will get the offensive board, and he will pass it. And it's going to be a foul on English. His 2nd personal. 1st team foul. Celtics will inbound it. Over to Bird. Bird will take a shot. And that shot will be off the mark. Edwards with the ball. Will get the rebound. Fast break pass over to Bantam. Bantam with the feed into Davis, who puts it up and in. Davis at his 13th point. 6th assist now for Bantam. Now down to a 5-point Boston lead. Celtics need to start generating some offense here. And that's going to be a quick foul on Davis. His 1st personal. 2nd team foul for Indiana. Celtics will inbound it. Over to Archibald. Archibald puts it up. And that shot will be no good, but he will draw the foul. So, let's see. Draws the foul. So point guard, not high enough for the point guard, so it's going to be on Edwards. So Archibald will go line and shoot 2. He's 1 for 1 from charity stripe so far today. First one's good. And the second one, nothing but net. Celtics lead up to 7 now. Indiana with the ball, gets it into English, and that's going to be a foul on Ford. 1st team foul. 2nd foul, personal foul on Ford. Indiana with it, gets it into English. And it's going to be, will not fall for English. Ford with the rebound. Fast break pass over to Maxwell. And Maxwell will turn it over. Looks like he traveled on that one. So Indiana ball. Almost stolen by Archibald. They get it over to Bantam. Jumper's no good. Archibald gets the defensive board. Fast break pass over to Ford. Ford will put it up. And his jumper is good, and he will draw the foul. So a chance for a 3-point play by Ford. See who that is on. That is going to be on Hassett. So Hassett will draw the foul, his first personal. So 4 to go to the line. Try to complete the 3-point play. 75% free throw shooter. And misses it. And Bantam for the Pacers comes down with it. So Ford unable to complete the 3-point play. We'll give it over to English. English will put it up. And his jumper... No! Chris Ford with great defense there. And Bird comes down with the board. Bird already with a double-double. I'll pass it over to Maxwell. And Maxwell with a great feed. Great feed over to Bird. Puts it up and in. Bird now with 31 points. Eclipsing his 30 points for the actual game. Maxwell with his first assist. Celtics lead back up to 11. Indiana still does have momentum though. They get it over to Davis. Davis puts it up. And that's no good. Edwards does come down with the offensive board. Puts it back up. And that will be no good. Roby with the board. Pass it around. Gets back to him. Up and under is good. Roby now with 8 points. And we'll be right back. And we'll give Archibald the assist there. Now 8 as he nears his double-double. We'll be right back with after these substitutions. Alright, and we're back. 8:48 remaining in the game. Celtics up by 13. Indiana ball. Almost stolen by Maxwell. Over to Bantam. Gives a great feed inside to Johnson. Clement Johnson puts it up and in. Johnson with 13 points on the game now. Clement. Celtics inbound it. Holding on to an 11-point lead. Over to Bird. And Bird's jumper just misses. And it'll be out of bounds Celtics ball. Back to double teaming Bird here. Celtics inbound it. Over to Cowens, just back in the game. Cowens will shoot a 2. Reverse layup is no good. English with the rebound. Pass it over to Davis. Davis with a great pass back to English, who puts it up and in. So English, who started off slow, is double digits with 11 points now. 7 rebounds. Davis with his third assist. Celtics lead 90-81. I'll get it into Chaney. And nice defense by Bradley, forces the miss. But he does come back with his own board here. Puts it back up. This time the jumper's good. Chaney with 6 points now. Indiana with the ball. Get it over to Bantam. Bantam puts it up. And nice defense by Maxwell, forces the miss. And it's going to be a jump ball. So Indiana wins the jump ball. Over to Bradley. Bradley will put it up.
Steps into a jumper.
Shot is no good. Cowens comes down with the board for the Celtics. Pass it over to Henderson. Henderson is going to get fouled on the play, though. And not against him, so it's going to be against Davis. So Henderson will go to the line to shoot to Indiana. In the red the rest of the way in the penalty. So Henderson will go to the line. He's 2 for 2 today. First one's good. Second one is off the mark. Rebound goes to English. So 1 for 2 for the line is Henderson. Giving the Celtics a 12-point lead now. Get it over to... No, not to English. Get it over to Davis. Davis will shoot a 3. 3 is not going to fall. Bird comes down with the board. And that's going to be stolen by Bradley. Celtics back quickly. Indiana sets it up. Over to English. English puts it up. Up and under is no good. Chaney down with the board. Fast break pass over to Henderson. Henderson will turn it over though. So Celtics turn it over. Indiana inbounds it as we near the halfway mark of the fourth and final quarter with the Celtics up by 12. Get it over to Clement Johnson. Johnson will turn it over though as he travels. Celtics inbound it. Over to Chaney. Chaney's jumper will not go. Defense forward at 7, so it's going to be a foul on English though. I'm sorry, he gets the board. No foul on the play there. Indiana gets it up and over to... No, nobody open yet. Gets it over to Bantam. Bantam will turn it over though. So we'll be right back after some substitutions. Alright, and we're back. Celtics ball. Up by 12. Double team still on Bird. And they'll get it over to Henderson, fresh in the game. And he's going to get fouled. Possibly no, it's going to be offensive flagrant on Henderson. So Celtics turn it over. Henderson picks up his second personal foul. And they'll get it over to Knight. Knight puts it up. And that shot will be... No, it's going to be off the mark as momentum goes against them. Oh, no, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. Oh, that should have been a +2. So let's go with the... Let's give him the basket here. Let's shoot a 2 here. So call that in. We'll throw that good. There you go. It should have been good there. So Celtics inbound. Celtics will actually call it. No, not yet. Celtics with the ball. And that's going to be a foul on English. So Bird will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 2 for 2. First shot's good. Makes both of them. Celtics now with a 12-point lead as Indiana inbounds it. 5 minutes left in the game. Get it over to Edwards. Edwards will be fouled though. And he'll be fouled by Maxwell, picks up his 5th personal. So he'll have to play safe. As Edwards will go to the line and shoot 2. 0 for 2 from the charity stripe so far today. Makes his first one. But misses his second one. All points are crucial now. This is that second one. And we'll call it a jump ball. And it's going to be Celtics will get the ball. Celtics with an 11-point lead. And they're going to get it over to Bird. Bird will put up a shot, being double teamed. And that won't go. Bird will miss his shot. Loose ball foul here. And no, it's going to go against the Celtics on Ford. Celtics third team foul, so still have one more to give. Indiana inbounds it. Over to Davis. Davis puts it up. And that shot will be good. So Davis with his 15th point. More importantly, Indiana within 9 now. Celtics inbound. That's going to be stolen by Knight. Celtics get back. Indiana sets it up. Over to English. English will put it up. First layup does not go. Edwards comes down with the board. Puts it up. And that will be good. So Celtics lead down to 7 as they call a timeout. Do we want to substitute here? I think we do. 4 minutes left. We'll be right back. All right, we're back as Collins and Archibald come back in the game. Got the double team on Bird. Celtics inbounded after the timeout. Up by 7. And they'll get it over to Ford. Ford will shoot a 3. And it'll be good. So Chris Ford with a huge 3-pointer there. Maxwell with the assist. Now a 10-point Celtic lead. Huge basket 3-pointer by Ford there. Indiana gets it up, pushes it over to Edwards. Edwards with a great feed. Great feed into Davis. Now with 17 points. First assist for Edwards. Celtics have it now. Over to Maxwell, who's been quiet today. His jumper is going to be blocked by Johnson. But Bird comes down with the offensive board. Puts it back up. And that'll be blocked by English. Maxwell with the board. And the shot clock violation. It's going to be Indiana ball. .312 remaining in the game. Down by just 8 now. And he'll inbound it. And that's going to be... We'll get over to English. No steal. English puts it up. And that'll be good. Now a 6-point lead. Celtics with it. And they'll get it over to Bird, who's being doubled. Bird will put it up. And that'll be no good. So it's a Bird cooling off a little bit here late in the game. As Edwards comes down with the board. Celtics back. Over to English. English with a nice pass inside to Edwards. And he'll get the basket. So Celtics lead now down to just 4. So they'll call a timeout. That's weird. I just gave the Celtics momentum. Weird. So Celtics lead down to 4 now. Less than 3 minutes left in the game. I'll get it over to Cowens. Cowens will be fouled. At 66, or defender high, so it's going to go against Edwards. So Edwards picks up his 5th. And Cowens will go to the line and shoot 2. Cowens, 78% free throw shooter. Makes the first one. Oh, misses the second one, though. See who comes down with the board, though. It's going to be Davis. He'll pass it over to let's see, we'll have him play. I can't. Nobody open. Gets it over to Edwards. Edwards with a great feed. Into English, who puts it up and in. English with 15 points now. Edwards with an assist. And play safe too. Oh, are we going to have him? Oh, they can't double Bird and play safe. I think it's more important that they double team Bird. Yeah, that's right. Can't do that. 2 minutes left now. Celtics inbound it. We'll get it over to Archibald. No, Archibald can't get open. Bird does get open despite being double teamed. And his shot is no good. English with the ball. Celtics back. Back to English. English will give a great pass into Knight, who puts it up and in. And the Celtics lead. Now down to 1. I can't call a timeout. We still have momentum. So approaching the 1 minute. Oh no, that's going to be stolen by Edwards. Fast break pass over to Knight. Puts it up and in. Okay, so the shot is going to be good. No. Missed the defender. The miss. No missed defender is doubling. Not the same defender, so he will Chris Ford with a big forces the miss here. As Collins comes down with the board. Fast break pass over to Archibald. Archibald with a nice feed. Into Collins, who puts it up and in. So a huge turn play there. Nice play by Archibald there with a great assist there. Archibald, 9 assists on the day. And Indiana's going to call a timeout. Minute 24. Indiana with the ball, down by 3. Still plenty of time left. This is going to go into Knight. Knight will turn it over, though. So a huge turnover by Knight. Celtics ball. Into Cowens. Cowens will shoot it too. And his shot will be good. Celtics with a 5-point lead. Archibald gets the double-double with his 10th assist there. Indiana will call another timeout. 1 left. Does not kill any of the momentum, though. Indiana will inbound it. And yeah, no steal by Bird as he's playing safe. Clement Johnson with it. Clement Johnson will be fouled. Oh. Oh, thankfully it's against the guard. So Ford picks up his fourth. Celtics now on the penalty, so actually they weren't. It will be from now on, but he was in the act of shooting, so Johnson will go line to shoot 2. 3 for 4. All these shots are big. Nothing but net on the first shot. Misses the second one. See if we can get the board here. It might have been intentional. No, Chris Ford with a big rebound there. 1 minute left now. Gets it over to Cowens. Cowens with the shot. And that's going to be number 1, is that they have momentum, so that shot will be good. So Celtics with a 6-point lead now. Bird with the assist. Oh, no. 12. I keep forgetting that. It should have been the other guy. Alright, not a big deal there. Let's see here. 48 seconds left. Do they want to burn their last timeout? I don't think it's going to affect that. Still a lot of time left. No, I don't think they're going to do that yet. They will inbound it. He can't play safe anymore. He's got to be aggressive now. Get it over to Knight. Knight puts up the shot. Shot is good. So 4-point Celtic lead and the ball. They got to start. They got to intentionally foul now. 36 seconds left, do they? Oh boy. I don't know. This is where I don't like playing both offense and defense for both teams, but Celtics could conceivably get the ball down to 12 seconds, so I think they have to intentionally foul here. Yeah, they have to press. Can they press now? They can't, I don't think. Yeah, they can. Alright, a little press. Alright. Celtics inbound it. Shoot the 2. That's a miss. It's a block. No, it's not +3. It's only +2. There's a block. It's going to be Indiana ball. Need to get a quick score here. No steal. Davis with it. Great defense, though, by Cowens. Forces the miss. Now they have to, though. Defense, power forward. Oh, hold on, now. This one is going to be on Maxwell, though. Yeah, that's 51, and that's 34, so it doesn't meet that, so. Oh, and Cedric Maxwell will foul out of the game. Roby will have to come back in. And Malcara is going to come in for Ford because they need some offense. Oh boy. Okay. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Only a 63% free throw shooter, though. Misses the first one. That's huge. Makes the second one. So they're going to have to go with a 3-point shot now. And they're going to have to quick foul the Celtics. They're going to have to intentionally foul them here. Hope the Celtics will miss. And that is going to be on Clement Johnson. Oh, Rick Roby, though. We shouldn't have put him in. He only a 68% free throw shooter. All he needs to do is 1 out of 2, though. Makes the first one. That's huge. And makes both of them. So Rick Roby with 2 clutch free throws puts the Celtics up by 5. They're going to have to do a forced 3-pointer. So they'll inbound it. But they don't get it to the right guy. I don't understand that. They put a forced three-pointer. Is that for the defense? No, I can only do what I can do. Oh, he's going to be fouled. Pass goes to, no, it can't go. Oh, it can't go to him. Oh, hold on there. So it's going to go to, no, it can't go to the, oh, it can't go to either one of these guys. So the Celtics with some great defense here. I'll force them to pass. They have to. And that will be the end of the fourth quarter. I played that to the best of my ability there. Ooh, the Celtics hang on and win 107 to 102. Like I said, it's tough playing for both teams, especially when you are playing the Celtics. But I tried to play that as fair as possible there. Some may agree, some may disagree, but hey, you do the best you can. Let's see here. So Larry Bird, just like in the real game, ended up with the leading scorer, 33 points, and he scored 30 in the actual game. Not really much of a complete stats here, though. Let's check the free throws. Bird was only 2 for 2 for free throws. Dear Bird led the Celtics with 14 rebounds, so let's check the full stats here. Alex English, 2 points, players tied with 17 for the Pacers. Alex English with 10 rebounds. And Bantam with 7 assists. Archibald with 10 assists. So let's check this out. Oops. Alright, let's check the box score. So again, Larry Bird led all scorers with 33 points. 13 of 22 from the floor in 34 minutes. 3 of 4 from three-point range. And the Celtics never trailed in the game. Largest lead, 19. 4 for 4 from the free throw line was Bird. 14 rebounds, 2 offensive, 12 defensive. 3 turnovers, 1 block. 4 personal fouls, 3 assists. And 33 points. Next was Tony Archibald with 14 points. Maxwell 13 after a slow start. Emil Carr off the bench, 14 points. And Rick Roby also in double digits with 10 points. Pretty evenly spread out for the Pacers. Davis and Edwards both led with 17 points. Alex English with 15 points. And Knight and Clement Johnson with 16 and 15 points off the bench. Let's see here. So Bird ended up with a double-double. Archibald with a double-double. Alex English with a double-double for the Pacers. And those are it for the double-doubles there. So in all, the Celtics shot 49% from the floor. Indiana 45%. Celtics 83% from the free throw line. And again, Indiana only shot 64%. That was huge. From the charity stripe. Celtics out-rebounded slightly, 45-42. Out-rebounded the Pacers 45-42. Indiana 0 for 2 from the three-point range. Celtics 6 for 9, 67%. But the Celtics hang on to defeat the Pacers by a score of 107-102. Actual score was 118-103, so they won by much bigger margin. 15 points instead of just 5. So the Celtics improved their record to 11-7. They were actually 14-4, so they're still 3 points behind their pace. So the next game, I'll let it load up here. Let's see what the Celtics are facing. This was from November 23rd of 1979. Let's see, the one to load here. Give it a second. go. Doo-doo. So the Celtics will face the Atlanta Hawks in the next game. Hawks are currently 13-9 on the season. So that is it. So thank you for joining me. We'll figure this out later after the game. So thank you for joining me as we've gone over the 2-hour mark where the Celtics defeat the Indiana Pacers 107-102. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. We'll see you in the next Larry Bird career replay using Inside the Paint basketball. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.